Ich verstehe gar nichts mehr. Ich verstehe nur Bahnhof. Oh Gottes Willen, ey. Das Match oder der Match ist so schwer. Wie soll ich es denn schaffen? Die anderen Matches waren schon leicht, aber jetzt dieses verfickte ja, Match ist. Oh Gott, ist so schwer. Oh Gott. Ja, lasst ein Like da und ein Abo da. Würde mich sehr, sehr freuen. Und wir gehen weiter in dieses verfickte oder schwierige Match. Viel Spaß.
Challenge there. Yes, Carmella's clearly setting out to prove just how
Okay,
untouchable she
dann
really is.
ab.
Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring. Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match. All eyes are glued high above the ring.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments. Any of these women...
Take off.
Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time.
She's reaching up and trying to unhook it as fast as she can.
Maybe this isn't a good position to go for it. Yeah, certainly seems to be having trouble up there. Delivers the leg drop. She's making the climb up the ladder. No signs of hesitation. Obviously, this is about more than just a win here. Now, this is about sending a message, Saxton. Oh, whipped right into the diamond-plated steel. Nice takedown there.
Jetzt reicht's mir langsam. Rein mit dir.
Dead center and ready to go, guys. Set up for the head up that ladder. Center of the ring. Trying to reach it. Trying to win.
It's just a matter of time now. No room for error on top of the ladder. Here we go, Byron. Samoan drop.
Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here?
Hard landing.
And Tamina's confidence must be low after that attack.
Lynch looking confident as ever, delivering that attack.
Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time.
She's in place. Can she end this here?
The crowd is going absolutely crazy right now. They know this could be it.
Boom.
Suplex right onto the apron. Here we go.
Jetzt wird Carmella.
Perfectly positioned.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly. Trying to grab.
Seems to be struggling a bit up there. Yeah, sweaty palms making this difficult.
Charlotte.
Lifted and completely helpless here.
Natalya in some big...
Endlich.
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my. Driving Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved. Guys, where's Charlotte going? Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion. What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior. Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder? This battle has found its way right to our doorstep.
And slides back into the ring.
Tamina's Absolutely wrecking shop on Natalya, making sure the veteran won't have the strength to climb a ladder at all. Ladder's in position, gonna make the climb. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh my God! Oh my God! A dive from that height could have ended in disaster. It landed, but it still looked like a disaster to me. Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime. What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank? Who's got it in her hands?
Can she end it here?
Tamina might have it here.
Are we about to
Nein!
see the first Miss Money in the Bank? For Schoolboy. And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
Bringing a steel chair into play here. From way out. Oh, man. Right into the steel steps.
Aha.
Man.
Hands on, but can't quite grab it. Maybe, just maybe, this could be it.
Ernsthaft jetzt.
Laying the ladder against the turnbuckle here.
This can't be good. There it is. Manhandle slam. Boom. History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing. And Carmella with a takedown, looking for locked in. It's locked in. Got the submission.
And she breaks her own submission hold. We don't see that often.
That can either psych out her opponent or come back to bite her. What a shot! Oh, takedown.
Boah, ich...
Suplex lands.
Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott, Becky, du Nerv.
Rightfully so. Just twisting. Ooh.
Down with a suplex. And Becky more than living up to her last kicker moniker there.
Yeah, Lynch's patented stubbornness, arguably the reason this match is still somehow going on.
And she's positioning the ladder perfectly in the center of the ring there. Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring.
Nimm die Scheiße doch.
Cheer.
Any opening could be the opening. You just have to go for it. Ooh. Flair delivering the chop.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts the climb.
Ja,
Needs
ja.
to move quickly.
Nein, ich hasse es.
Victory is literally within reach.
Have to move fast. Time is of the essence.
She's reaching for it.
Time is your enemy here. I just don't know if there's enough of it to get it down.
Crushing the knee here.
Chop block. Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee. Middle rope forearm on point.
Placing the ladder.
Boah, ey, Becky, verpiss dich einfach, ja?
Authority. Ladders in position. Gonna make the climb.
Jetzt nimm.
Slow and steady won't win the race in
Oh.
this situation.
Ja.
Trying to snatch
Ja.
the contract.
History in Bella's hands. Climbing up, but is there enough time to go for the win? She's in place. Can she end this here?
Any opening could be the opening. You just have to go for it.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts the climb, but needs to move quickly. Victory is within reach now.
Slow and steady won't win the race in this situation. Face first with a waistlock takedown.
Lynch responds.
Oh, man. Nasty kick.
Boah, was machst? Ja.
Schoolboy. No, rolls through. Insane kick.
She's leaning the ladder in the corner. I've never seen anything good come out of this.
Double underhook suplex. Here we go, Byron. Samoan drop. And her torso really looks to be the big target here.
And Tamina pushed into a weakened state now.
It is scratching and clawing time if Tamina wants to stay in this. Thunderous power slam. Tamina gets out of harm's way.
Becky Lynch suplex rolls through into the disarmer. This could be over.
Got the disarmer.
She decides to just let go, but why let go of the submission?
Not a strategy we often expect to see.
Climbing up, but is there enough time to go for the win?
He's got it in her hands.
Can she end it here?
This is a risky play.
Ich wollte mich doch verarschen.
Just yank it down. Force it. It's so close. If only it was that easy.
Manhandle slam. And her body is being pushed well past the breaking point.
At this point, I think we have serious
Ja, nimm doch.
concern.
We're at a vital stage in this matchup, and this audience is fully aware of it.
Yeah, they know another turning point can come at any second, and that can be the instant that ends it all. Ladders in position. Gonna make the climb.
Trying to reach it.
And Carmella with a takedown, looking for the...
Endlich!
The briefcase.
Leck mich am Arsch, ey. Was für ein Kampf, ey. Was für ein Kampf um den Titel.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Tamina!
Alter, was für ein Kampf. Boah, ich kann nicht mehr. Alter, was für ein Kampf, ey. Ich kann wirklich nicht mehr, ne? Ich kann wirklich nicht mehr. Na. Oh Gottes Willen. Boah.
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are gonna be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jey his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jey ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jay are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, the New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any 2 of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jay could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day 1. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place. And there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous 4-time champs and feel the power!
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the 4-time tag team champions?
The following contest is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, and accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Big E, the
Can't say that I'm ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
New This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos!
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown. In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing 2 super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens.
The goal is obtaining those tag team championships. Being on the same page will be vital in this one. Remember, this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. A 2-on-2 match with a pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no disqualification. The Usos and the New Day
Came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with
Here's a fist.
very nice. Hitting combination!
And he doesn't stay down for long. Not even close.
Oof! Into a back suplex. An unyielding showing of authority. No two ways about it.
In full control of their opponent with more in mind.
Discus punch. The champion into the pin. Gets the shoulder up and one.
Loose cover leads to a strong kick out.
Looking for something, anything under the ring.
Oh no, now that he has the kendo stick, I definitely do not want to be in his path of destruction. Jimmy saves himself.
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
Corey, for his entertainment,
The champ is going for the cover. Ouch.
and he easily stops the ref's count.
Not getting a 2 count at this point has to be frustrating. Mounting their downed opponent and firing off a series of blows. And a stop to the gut, too.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day can throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing, too.
Point of the elbow, nailed it. The challenger really taking it on the chin here.
Yeah, as Reed's tenacity was fueling him there.
Oh, wow, face first. Oh, what a back body drop. That is the champion demanding respect, saying I can control you anytime I want to. Oh, jarring uppercut. And able to beat Woods to the punch. So many inmates
Looking to seal the deal, guys.
just gets the shoulder up.
He's still in the fight, but for how much longer?
Oh, man.
Heading back to the ring. His mind is turning. Might be close to the end. The Florida Keys.
Jarring impact. Covered.
We're going to shut this down.
The challenger hurdles out and one.
Meine
No
Güte.
intention of staying down.
The challenger really struggling to avoid major damage.
And seeing that you're surrounded by the steel cell can't be adding any comfort.
Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary. Oh my goodness! Boom! Oh, this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in. I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send the New Day to the hospital. Well, two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity. Got out of the way that time.
The Usos Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, the Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who of course Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of.
Would be a very proud moment for the Anwani family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy.
We have a pin for the title. That breaks the count. This match continues on. Oh, man, taking it to the trachea. Uh-oh, so good. A long way down. Champ is starting to suffer.
The way the cell tests your endurance, your from the top.
Oh, gosh. That looked like a bad landing. Up high. Diving crossbody.
Cover. We got a new champ here.
Whoa, just in time.
I thought this thing was over.
Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. The challenger struggling for anything here.
But I highly doubt anybody's going to throw in the towel, though.
Kick right to the midsection.
What's Jimmy thinking here?
Oh, God. Here's the pin. Title could be decided. He breaks the pin. Usos
jetzt
going
was.
at it inside Hell in a Cell, and Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Michael. Tonight, it's not about entertaining. It's about putting your sworn enemy to
Champ's down. This one's for everything. No, he gets the shoulder up.
Almost inhuman at this point.
Has his opponent up. This is about to be over because here comes the big ending.
could be game.
Shoulders down to retain. Shoulders are down. The pin, keeping his team in this one. Taking things back into the ring.
Getting to
Geh
his
doch
feet.
raus.
Doesn't know what's waiting.
Blistering shoulder block.
Big E, pick it up, speed. Look out.
Going right into the pin attempt.
There's two. No, kick out at two.
Good Lord, scarily close to three.
From the top.
Look out the height on it.
Pin attempt by the champion. And he only stays down for a 1 count.
There's no quit in this man tonight. The New Day might be on the verge of retaining. Talking to Xavier, he told me the one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in WWE. A more lawless culture in this rivalry.
And that could be the reason the New Day choke. Late pin, championship on the line. The New Day retain the title.
Here are your winners, and still the SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
The cell doors.
Ja, leck mich doch am.
First of 2 Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of the Barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain, punishment.
2 of the greatest tag teams ever. One of the best rivalries going today. It all comes to a head right now for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
The Usos and the New The cell door is locked. First of 2 Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. This is the 20th anniversary of this barbaric match. The Usos and the New Day must be prepared for pain and punishment.
2 of the greatest tag teams ever. One of the best rivalries going today. It all comes to a head right now for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing, too.
That is the kind of move that leaves our jaws on the floor. Unbelievable, man.
Oh, what a punch.
That's how you stop your opponent.
That no-nonsense attitude of the Usos being matched in kind there.
Yeah, that powerhouse nature of Big E's coming out.
And I'm sure Jay's Bloodline didn't like what they saw there.
Yeah, it looks like the New Day was able to catch them by surprise.
Uh-oh, he's searching for something.
He's got a kendo stick, a weapon we've seen used to great effect time and time again.
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
What tells you these are the 2 best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are 2 very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's not to say this cell can't inflict unimaginable damage on those who step inside. We're going to see these teams tap into their barbaric niche.
Shoulders are down.
Is this enough to retain?
And the champ only gets a count of 1.
Doesn't bode well if you still can't get more than a 1 count by now.
Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Boah, nehmt doch einfach die Scheiße.
What a slam!
Damage starting to affect the challenger.
Yeah, Big E really took control right there.
Alter, willst du verarschen?
There is no comfort, no mercy inside the cell. It's only going to get worse.
Willst du mich hier Superkick in deine Fresse und dann boom.
The Florida Keys!
So many amazing matches between these 2 teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we are, we put on a show.
The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level.
You know, in basketball, we talk about super teams. Well, these 2 teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE.
Launched with a belly-to-belly.
Got clipped by the thrown kendo stick.
He is locked in and it has his opponent dead to rights. From the top, double axe handle connects.
The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tags.
Soaring, picture perfect. Perfect leg drop from the top.
Having trouble making it to a vertical base, and it looks like it's only going to get worse.
Oh, launching himself in the ropes.
Slides under the rope.
And he's all set up now, and here it comes. Love this move.
Clotheslines.
Good Lord.
So effective.
Fatigue is setting in for the challenger.
Yeah, he's absolutely in danger of losing it all.
Big E.
Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a... The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunt. Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down.
Has the jam pin. Is this it? And the count doesn't even begin.
How at this point you don't even stay down long enough for a 1 count is beyond comprehension.
The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This, the contractual rematch for the Usos. If they lose, the Usos won't get another opportunity for the titles as long as the New Day are champs.
And just being around the Usos, it's not only about winning the tag team titles, it's about stripping the New Day of everything that made them popular with the WWE Universe. It's about making sure the New Day never competes again.
It's never been just about the title, Saxton. It's about these two teams wanting to claim supremacy for themselves.
And here he is, heading back into the ring.
Swing on sight and don't stop swinging till it's over. The Usos being relentless in their
Was soll ich denn machen? Ah,
punishment. Oh, man.
And what a reversal from Jey Uso. Talking to Xavier, he told me the one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in WWE. A more lawless culture in this rivalry.
And that could be the reason the New Day chose to have this match in the Hell in a Cell. It's been such a chaotic rivalry. Therefore, only this kind of lawless match could finally put an end to it for good. Out of the ring, still surrounded by the hell that is the steel structure.
Oh, what an uppercut.
Perhaps looking for some kind of equalizer here.
Clearly thinking a steel chair is what's needed right about now.
Face buster plants him. And oh my God, what a forearm!
Good job. Kick to the gut.
Dragged around into a neck breaker. Textbook scoop slam.
Launched right out of the ring.
Jimmy taking a moment to see if the fans will show some love.
He's making his intentions known to everyone in the arena.
He quickly slides into the ring.
Oh, tossing chins like it's hardcore heaven. Jimmy dodges out of that.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done. Oyster. It's cinched in. This could be it.
Package drive.
Could be game over for the Usos.
Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. Big.
Uh-oh.
And he manages to reverse.
And gets sent right into the corner. Crossbody does the job.
And goes back into the ring here.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash. The cover. to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Credit to Woods for his never say die attitude, but Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs, using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That Hart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jay back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos!
Habe ich es geschafft? Noch nicht, was? Das ist noch nicht das Ende von The Bloodline? Ernsthaft jetzt? Das gibt's nicht. Das gibt es nicht. Ey. Oh mein Gott, wie es da weitergeht, lasst ein Like da, ein Abo da. Würde mich sehr, sehr freuen. Und bis dahin, bis zum nächsten Mal. Boah, das gibt es ja nicht.